Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 1 in a series between Foggy and Anima. We see Anima spawning as the red human player on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Foggy spawning as the yellow night elf over here on the top right. Foggy, I think, just recently qualified for the Shanghai tournament. So yeah, hats off to Foggy. He pulled into a very difficult group and was able to come out with the necessary wins to go to Shanghai. So I know a lot of players out there are encouraged to see what Foggy can do in this particular season. Now, as we do break things down, you see Anima spawning on the bottom left. He has opened up with the barracks, Altar of Kings. There's that farm there. Most likely another farm will be placed down here. And he is just going to start doing some early creeping. Meanwhile, we can see Foggy opening up with the standard Altar of Elders timing. We can see also the Ancient of War being positioned a little bit further, but that does allow for him to head over to the mercenary camp later, or a little bit more quickly, and clear out that mercenary camp with perhaps an additional Wisp or two. Normally, you would want 2 archers, though, in order to try and get enough damage to do that. We'll see how all of that works out here in just a moment. And I don't know. Do you guys want to see this observer board? Does it take up too much of the screen? Let me know. Or maybe I'll just focus on this portion of the screen as well and leave this side over there. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue to look at things as the Demon Hunter will be popping out here in just a moment. You can see Moonwell is going to be placed down. This is rather wide open, and an Archmage and Footman may be able to try to get in there and deal a lot of damage, but normally human players like to do an expansion attempt against a Night Elf. We'll see if that is going to be the case here, as we are looking already at the Ancient of War tanking that damage here. 1 Wisp currently being brought over, may need 2 or 3 more. It's actually placing down a Moonwell here, so Foggy's strategically placing Moonwells all across the map right now. Not quite sure what to make of that, and we'll see if it even has an impact on this one game. 1 Wisp. Oh, fireball through the trees. Nicely done as the Archmage now makes its way through this 5-3-3 creep camp. This is important. That 1 Wisp is absolutely important, but Anima making a mistake there. That Water Elemental needed to get within combat range in order to tank some of that damage here. All right, so far so good, as you're going to be looking at the Water Elemental now trying to do a little bit of poking. It looks as though the Water Elemental finally tanking some damage. A lot of players normally just run in with Militia first, wait for the Ensnare, and then drop the Water Elemental to ensure that the Water Elemental does take that aggro. Now back off to the north, Foggy, perhaps knowing Animia's particular strategy, knew that he could try and clear out this creep camp here, as a Wisp does come in with the detonation, as more Footmen, or 1 Footman, trying to finish off these particular units. Ensnare is now going down. This is not looking good. It looks as though 1 particular Wisp may get taken down. There goes another Wisp there, as the Demon Hunter now goes after this 1 particular Footman off in the back. So far, the disruption is real, as the Archmage now comes in, drops a Water Elemental, takes a mana burn, and the fight is now going on. Abolish Magic looks like as though it's going to get finished off, or finish off this Water Elemental here, as more damage is being brought into play. The Archmage now unable to drop another Water Elemental, as the Demon Hunter may get his 3rd mana burn in onto that Archmage. A little bit of a misstep there. Foggy should be mana burning. I believe the cooldown is over. Not quite sure what we're waiting for. There you go. Archmage now once again unable to do very much, as he tries to buy Boots of Speed, and he will be able to now outrun that Demon Hunter. Back down to the south, you see that there is no expansion attempt, and perhaps Anima thought that Foggy was expecting him to expand, and instead what he's doing is he's just going to be running all across the map. You see Wisp are just running all over every which way here, and the Archmage is going to get mana burned again. Most likely this is going to be bad news. There goes a Water Elemental though, and that is going to be important. Footman now rushing around inside here. Is the Archmage going to be able to get away? That is the big question, as we do see 2 Wisp off over here as well. Footman now dealing a little bit of damage. Wisp now heading back over here. Archmage now needs to head off to the north. You see what the Archer and a Forest Troll Berserker looking to join in on the fight here in just a moment. A lot of damage, or just a lot of harassment coming in so far, as the Archmage down to 130 hit points, but doesn't know that there's going to be reinforcements coming in from the back. All right, Forest Troll Berserker, if they actually get some damage here, that would be very big news indeed, as you see the Archmage down to 83 hit points. If these units had started attacking that Archmage earlier, I believe the Archmage could have been taken out, but no, not the case this time around. All right, Wisp. Oh, is he going to sneak inside? No, it does not look like it. Normally, or oftentimes, a Demon Hunter will pick up a Staff of Teleportation and teleport behind enemy lines to get in a bit of damage. We do not see that to be the case this time around. Demon Hunter does have a Robe of Magi, so it does have very, very high mana. Meanwhile, the Archmage, Boots of Speed, Claws of Attack, Dust of Appearance, another Water Elemental may need to be dropped here. This is going to be a very big deal, as we do see a single Wisp right off over here. Foggy gonna get a detonation there. There you go. As you now see the Archmage in trouble. Anima now needs to run away. Low on mana, low on hit points, and up on trouble as he tries to run away now. Demon Hunter chasing after the Archmage, both of them with Boots of Speed. It is off to the races as the Archmage tries to duck around a corner, only to get sliced in the face once more. It looks as though Wisp are getting into position. Is it going to be able to path it? Beautiful pathing right there. Getting in one additional attack as the Archmage now teleports back home right here. And is he going to pick up a healing salve? Yes, he will. Picks up a potion of healing as well, as he is at tier 2. And he may decide to pick up, well, a Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch joining in on the fight. Is this going to be enough to perhaps clear out some of these units here? Demon Hunter realizing, you know what, I do not like this particular fight. I'm going to be backing off instead, as we still see the human player Anima without an expansion. He does have a little bit of tech right now, and he's now building his first Arcane Sanctum. The second Arcane Sanctum now needs to come into play, but he's also going into Rifleman. Rifle Caster may be the new strategy here, as you see the Forest Troll Trapper now slithering off to the north. All right, Naga Sea Witch, Rifleman right there. Is it going to be enough damage? Yes, it's going to be finishing things off just a bit. I would have thought the Archmage could have also summoned. Well, let's take a look at that. Wisp going to get ahead and get taken out. Is it going to get the detonation? Yes, it will. Fireball doesn't reach its target. Naga Sea Witch off to the north. Could try and aggro those creeps and then bring them down. As we see the Illusion just wandering around inside here. Demon Hunter going to come in, get some slashes. Meanwhile, off in the center portion of the map, Archmage and Naga Sea Witch both trying to get in some levels. Rifleman currently attacking, finishing off some of these Ogre Magi's as well, but the Demon Hunter is going to get the mana burn, and I believe got the steal. Level 3 mana burn finishes off the Ogre Magi. Beautiful kill steal right there for that bit of experience. And then also, Archmage gets mana burned once more. Naga Sea Witch and Demon Hunter looking to push back the other way, dealing tremendous damage. Archmage does not have Boots of Speed, currently sitting on the Naga Sea Witch instead, and that may actually be a very big problem. Rifleman, healers now coming back the other way. You can see a lot of piercing damage on both sides. Footmen do not have Defendo, as one Footman gets picked off. Another Footman may get picked off as well. Militia now pushing back the other way. This is a big tug of war, or push of war so far, as we're looking at the Foggy taking a bit of damage here. Is the Demon Hunter gonna be able to escape? Naga Sea Witch gets taken out. Not quite sure what happened there. Scroll of Town Portal not available. Hence, that one unit was just completely in the weeds right there, as Foggy gonna end up losing one Forest Troll Berserker. Naga Sea Witch will resurrect fairly quickly. It was only at level 1. Problem though, Archmage still needs to get to level 3 for that level 2 Water Elemental, and may try to do that exactly right now. Dropping a Water Elemental here, and now finishing off these units. Focus firing one Ogre Warrior at a time. That's exactly what you need to see. Ogre Magi now going to get focused down here. That Water Elemental probably wished it had 150 more hit points right now, and that's what's going to happen right there, as the Footman does get taken out. Alright, losing a bit of units, but perhaps that was calculated, as he wants to go into Rifleman and stay away from the Footman. The Footman not going to be that effective, especially without that defend to reflect all of that piercing damage back. Tome of Knowledge picked up by the Naga Sea Witch. Please, you're standing right there. Nothing to say. Foggy coming back around. Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch, level 3, level 1 Naga Sea Witch with that Robe of Magi gets +6 additional attack, as well as we see an Archmage coming across here. Obviously, which knows which one is the real one here, as the Ancient of War gonna get picked off. Naga Sea Witch getting some cold arrows onto the Rifleman. Oh! Book of the Wind quickly dropped into play. The priests do not have Dispel magic, as all of a sudden the Skeleton Warriors, with their normal attack, going to be able to finish off many of these units here. Fork Lightning coming across as well. All the units are now trying to back off. Scroll of Healing quickly used in order to try and stay alive. That Scroll of Healing actually a big play, as we are now going to continue to see more units continuing to attack, and that is going to be a big problem there. Level 2 now off for the Naga Sea Witch because of the Book of the Wind. Book of the Wind not nearly as game-breaking there, being able to pick up that Scroll of Healing and use it at just the right moment was a big factor, as a Rifleman now going to start focusing down a couple of, well, Wisps. Now, you see the play coming into here. All right. Peasants gonna go ahead and speed build a scout tower. One Rifleman sitting in the backfield deciding not to join in on the fight, but now that we do have bears, what's gonna happen? We need to see slow. Slow needs to be used up on those bears in order to make sure that they are not within range. Bears, 4 bears, no rejuvenation though, as the Naga Sea Witch of Anima may get picked off here in just a moment. Animia's, well, that's just an illusion, excuse me. I was like, oh, I thought it was a cold arrowed, cold arrowed Naga Sea Witch, as the bears are now just gonna tear apart all of these Riflemen. You can see the damage here. The Naga Sea Witch slowing down the unit. Big for lightning, only to be countered by an immediate Scroll of Healing, as Foggy now continuing this counter push with superior tech and now rejuvenation on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter nearly going to be unstoppable. Naga Sea Witch now sitting at level 3. Fork Lightning coming across again. Bears gonna just tear through this army, and I believe that is gonna be a GG. No Staff of Preservation though, so perhaps that the eventual loss of bears may give, nope, not a chance. Anima gives the GG. Foggy takes game 1 in this series. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.